Hello. I hope you are all having a fabulous night. Let me make sure my volume. All right. All right. I think we're all set to go now. My name is Tiffany, for those of you that don't know me, and I am the team manager for the Wonderberries. So I'm really excited to share this training with you. I figured I would kind of tell you a little bit about my Jamberry journey while we wait for a few people to log in and watch the live feed. I joined in May of 2014, and that was when Jamberry was the sales were really easy to get. It was easy to get over 1,000 PRV with hardly even trying. The recruits were coming out of everywhere, and it was just a really, really positive and exciting time. If you fast forward about a year later, I kind of hit that plateau where Jamberry was starting to leveling out, and I had some real work there. That the bookings weren't coming as easily as they were before. And I was kind of just trudging along. I still had to meet my team manager requirement, but I wasn't getting over, 1,500 PRV like I was before. And I was kind of going back and forth. Is this something that I want to really feel like I'm feeling at it? I feel like I'm not doing as good of a job as I was before. And I was really just questioning everything about Jamberry. And my whole attitude changed. I was pumped up and I was excited, and I wanted to see the results that other people were getting. So it was kind of like a switch for me that flipped. And I noticed that once I started thinking more positively and really believing in myself, that I was able to do exactly what I put my mind to. And I know you're probably wondering, why am I telling you all about this? But that took me to about a year and a half ago. And that's when I decided that I was going to do a really good job at this. I was going to put my all into it, and I was going to rock it. So I did a few things to really fill my calendar, because it was definitely not as full as I wanted it to be. So I don't share Jamberry on my personal page a ton, but I did the flower pot post on my business page and shared it to my personal page. And I got a ton of hits from it from my friends that have never ordered Jamberry from me, have never hosted a party, and who I've never talked to about Jamberry. So it opened up a whole new group of people that I really hadn't considered in the past. So once I saw all these new people that were commenting, I decided to go back and make a new Frank's list, and I decided not to prejudge, because you never know. You really have to really dig deep through your friends list on Facebook, really look through your phone, look through your contacts, think about your acquaintances, and make your list, and then start talking to them about booking parties. So that got my calendar really full, and that got me. And once it was full, I told myself that I wasn't going to let it get any less than where it was. And that's how I am where I am today. So just doing about a year and a half ago and being consistent has brought me to be where I am now. So last year in 2016, my lowest month was about 1,300 PRV, and my highest month was a little over 3,000 PRV. So my biggest goal for last month was to earn Punta Cana. So if you have kind of a goal that you want to work towards, if there's something that you want to earn with your Jamberry money, or if you want to earn the incentive trip, really dig deep and figure out your why, and that will help kind of guide you and steer you through the highs and lows of the business. So kind of a little bit of background so you know how I got to be where I am. And let's get started on all the good stuff because that's what you want to see. Skipped over that one. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to start with party content. And I'm going to kind of go through how I run my parties, and then I'm going to share some hostess coaching. And then after that, I'm going to set up a mock party so that you can see exactly how I go through it all. So the biggest thing that has helped me is to really find a good flow for your party. So I've done a few different variations, a few different formats, and I found that what I have going on right now has worked the best for me. It has a really good flow. There's rhyme and reason to it, and there's a reason why I have it set up the way that it is. So I'll kind of show you exactly how my flow is. Okay, so what I do is I create my event 5 to 6 days before the party starts. So I have my parties, they typically start on Mondays. And I'm a big proponent of working smarter, not harder. So I do multiple parties on one day. So I try and do at least 4 parties at a time. And I will start, say, 2 at 8:30 and 2 at 9 so that I'm not getting overwhelmed with everything. And that really helps to maximize my time because I can just go and comment on the posts, kind of comment on the same posts in the parties. So I'm able to really get a lot done as opposed to just running one party at a time every day of the week. And something else that I really love, and I don't have it in my slides, I completely forgot, but while I'm talking about that, I use Post My Party. I set up my template and then I do all my posts through that, so that way all I have to worry about is commenting, engaging, and getting and hostess coaching. So I know that there's a few different sites out there. I've tried Tiny Torch, that's free for the Jamberry if you're a Jamberry consultant. I've tried Sinshare, and I really just love Post My Party. It's $9.95 a month, and you can use it as a tax write-off. And if you are running, multiple parties a month, I really think that that is a great way to use your time really wisely. So if I start my parties typically on Mondays, and I will create the event on Wednesdays and invite the hostess right away. And I do that 5 to 6 days early because sometimes my hostess doesn't listen to my hostess coaching and doesn't invite her friends right away. The messages to get her friends, remind her friends to RSVP to the party. So this gives me time to work with my hostess if she doesn't, have time to do it right away. And this also gives me time to start my pre-party posts. And the pre-party posts are really important. You want them to be engaging. You want to start drawing the party guests into the party and get them really excited from the get-go. And one pre-party post that I do that I really love is what type of jam girl are you? And it's kind of like one of those little flow charts, and it tells them and me if they are more geared towards the wraps, if they're geared towards the lacquer, the gel, or if they're an all-natural girl where they'd be more geared toward the nourish. So I know whenever I do those posts in my party, I can tag those girls and say, hey, remember you said that you think that you would really love the wraps. This is one of the wraps, and I really think that you would love it. Or you said that you were a natural girl, you don't really use a lot of hand product, or don't really do your nails. This is our nourish, and this is why I love it, and I think you would really love it too. So it really gives me a way and a reason to tag my guests in my different party posts, and it gets them excited because they already kind of had that seed planted in their mind that this is a product that they would already like. it is do a live night, and I do my live night the first day of the party. So if my party starts at on Monday at 9 o'clock. That's when the live portion is. And that one, my live night is really full of a lot of games because I want the girls to get really excited and really commenting, because the more that they're commenting, it's going to push those posts up in everyone else's timeline. So whenever they're scrolling through Facebook, they're seeing the party posts and seeing everyone commenting and getting excited and seeing the prizes that I'm offering, and it will lure more and more people into it. And I've tried to do some games that are a little bit more in depth and take some time and doing some searching. And I've really found that the super easy games get the most hits. So like picking a number or commenting with one word, like the personality game is always a humongous thread. And that's a fantastic, I love, love, love doing that game, because every time somebody comments, I can also comment with that wrap on hands. So showing as many wraps on hands is huge in your parties. Always do a roll call, and in that roll call, ask them what their favorite color is, so that way you can respond back. Oh my gosh, you like pink? Look at this jam here with vertical garden and berry sparkler. It is so sparkly and so gorgeous, and I think that you would absolutely love it. So if you're commenting on different wraps and different gels or lacquers in their favorite color, that's starting a wish list in their head of things that they may want to order. So I do a lot of games in my live night, but I also mix it with a little bit of basic information that I want them to know right away, because I found that the most important things that I can. So I talk to them about the basic bundle on the live night, because if I have people ordering, I want them to upgrade to the basic bundle. I did a post about joining my VIP group on the live party night, and whenever I do the party, I have an ordering incentive that I do on the live night, and I also have a post where they can ask any questions that they may have during the live night, and I found that those have been really helpful across at that time. Okay, so after my live night, and my live night lasts between 30 minutes and 45 minutes. Before I was doing about an hour, but I was feeling that was a little long, so between 30 and 45 minutes depending on what type of games that I have in there. Day 2, I do all of our different products. 3, I do exclusive designs. Day 4, I focus on what my favorite parts of Jamboree are, and day 5, I kind of wrap it up. So during my all the hand care products, all of those different things. Day 3, when I do the exclusive designs, so I talk about if it's still available, the Sister Style exclusive, the Disney collection by Jamboree, the NFL jams, any holiday designs. So just kind of things that will come out and that aren't a part of typically the regular catalog. Day 4, my favorite parts of Jamboree, I talk to them about kind of my journey with Jamboree and the success that I've had. I do a live application about fundraisers, and then I have my booking incentive. And day 5, when I wrap it up, I may do another ordering incentive depending on where the party is at. I do another VIP group post. I offer opportunity packets. I let them know about my loyalty card, and then I do another booking game. If you don't do a virtual game in your parties, that is the #1 thing that has helped to keep my calendar full for this past year and a half. I cannot give enough praise for that silly little game, but it is. Okay, so that is my 5-day party, and then I do still post 3 other times once that is done. So the day after the party, I post an exit survey, and you'll see what that is. It's just kind of gathering a little bit more information from the party guests, asking for some what they thought about the party, what their favorite part was, if there was anything that they could that they would have liked to see, asking if they have any referrals in any of the other markets in, and asking if they more information on booking party and joining. Choose the party, I share some application tips and tricks. Now, if you are book of parties, I would definitely recommend games often to keep it kind of spiced up. And in your games, definitely share a lot of the images of the wraps that are in the basic bundle. So that way, if you're seeing people really interested in any of the wraps in the basic bundle, you can remind them that they can upgrade and get the application kit and mini heater at a discounted rate. And again, the biggest thing is just showing as many images of our products on hand so that they're seeing, you know, when we get the new catalog, we're so excited about so many of the wraps, but then you see other ones on hand that you never would have gave a second look to that you absolutely fall in love with. So you want that to happen for your party guests too. You want them to fall in love with all these different designs and all these different colors of the lacquers and the gels that we have so that they can build their big wish list. And if they have a big wish list, you can offer them a party so that way they can earn some of their wish list for free. Okay. Oh, I think I just went through some of these tips. So I said always play the booking game. So I play two in my party. One is a booking game where I offer a gift card if they book that day. And then I do the flower pot booking game at the end. I talked about changing the games up. Definitely do 3 opportunity posts, different ones. Don't, you know, vomit Jamberry to them. But plant that seed at the beginning, and then you can kind of do some one in the middle, and then one at the end where you offer the opportunity packet to give them more information. Like I said at the beginning with my pre-party posts, how I use the guest comments to my advantage. And then go live. We have such a fantastic product that we sell. We can go live and show them how to apply the wraps, how rich our lacquers go on, how to do your own gel manicure at home, how important it is to use the cuticle oil. Go live as much as possible and really engage your guests, because the more you engage with them, the more they're going to leader doesn't bring them in. So you want her to be engaged and really excited and following your tips throughout the whole party. Hostess coaching is going to begin immediately when you get that booking on your calendar. And what you want to do is you want to give her a timeline of events. So once you say, I have this date and this would work best for you. Oh, I could do January 18th. Fantastic. I am going to put you on my calendar. Be on the lookout because I will send your hostess packet and I will create your event about a week before the party starts. And I will definitely message you as I begin to do that. And you're giving her that information to expect the event to start and when she should expect to get her hostess packet. You want to be thorough and helpful. So you want to really give her step by step and explain to her why she's doing what she's doing. And a good way to do that is to share images or to create a video to help her understand what you need her to do. Sometimes our hostesses aren't really great with technology, or this is the first online party that they've ever hosted. So they need really detailed instructions on what you want them to do so that they can be successful and so that the party can be successful. So doing those things would be really helpful. I always recommend the hostess to invite under 100 friends. I'm not sure if it's totally true, but I've heard that the message button feature doesn't work as well if there's over 100 friends. So I always just recommend that they do under 100 invited. And once the event is created and I make my original post, I ask her to do a welcome post with an image of the jams on her hands. She can pull, or I can send her a million different welcome posts images that she can use. But what her friends want to see is the jams on her hands because they want to know that they do work and they want to know that it's easy to use for the everyday woman. 3 days before the party, I have her use the message button and message all of the guests, reminding them that the party is going to start on this date. My jam girl is giving away lots of prizes and it's going to be really fun. Make sure that you RSVP so you don't miss out. And I know when my hostess does this because I always get more RSVPs in the party. That is the number one thing that your hostesses need to do to get more people into the party. The day before the party, I have her post on her personal page. You can use the Red Stamp app. Jamboree has partnered with them. So I have an iPhone, I know it's there, and I believe it's there for Android as well. But if you go into it, I can share the exact directions after we're done as well. But you can create your own Jamboree invitations. So I create one of my hostesses' name, the date of the party, the time of the live portion, and kind of like a little synopsis of how fun it's going to be. And I ask her to share that on her personal page. People into the party as well. The day of the party, I set the expectations of what I want her to do, how we can work together to make this the best party possible. So the 3 biggest things that I want her to do is I want her to engage her guests, I want her to tag them in posts, and I want her to comment on all of my posts. So if she does those things, the engagement is through the roof. You can send your hostesses the hostess link through your workstation, and on the hostess link it tells them exactly where the rewards are and who has ordered so far. So I send her that link the second day of the party, and I just ask her, and I'll also send her some different thank you images, and I ask her to make a thank you post whenever she sees the orders come through. The third day of the party, I send her a game. And I ask her to post it in the party and tag girls in it. And I always get people commenting on that game that she posts that haven't even RSVP'd So if you're hostess to post in the party as often as she's able to, or as often as you want her to do, you're going to get a lot of engagement as well, because from her posting, it will show up in their timeline. And then the fourth day of the party, I want her to send the messages out like she did at the beginning of the party before it started, that once their order comes through, and just reminding them to get their orders in. And then some of the things that I do with her as well, I let her know that the 400 party point is the sweet spot. So I let her know that that's kind of our minimum goal for the party. I want her to get 4 because I want her to earn January, February, and March Hostess exclusive. So I'll show her those 3 and get her really pumped up about it. I play Hostess Bingo. I send her a letter in her Hostess packet that has Hostess Bingo on it, and I can offer her some extra incentives if she gets bingos. And I also offer her an incentive. So this is kind of what that is, and it gives her hostess coaching from the beginning. It tells her exactly what I want her to do, and I'm going to send her reminders to do these things, but she has it on the paper in front of her. And then my Hostess Bingo, and then I offer her an incentive if she can get 3 buy 3 get 1 orders from people not on Facebook. So if she's collecting orders from her workplace or from families or neighbors, and I'll always offer them free shipping as well. So this so you'll be able to make, oh, not ready for that quite yet. All right, and then one other thing that I use, so let me, where is it? And then this is what I use throughout my party. It helps to keep these kind of and what all the guests are doing. So I can take any notes on the party. I don't really use the party posts right there, since I use Post My Party. I don't really need a reminder on those, but I can take note of who booked a party, may have placed a really large order, or who was really commenting on all my posts, or who asked for more information. I write their name down for the recruit leads. And then I write all the party guests' names, and I can go through everything. So in the sample request, I just scratch that out and write prize, and then I can write what their prize is in each of those blocks. So I do one of these for every party, and it is fantastic. It has helped me tremendously just be organized and everything. All right. So that's most of the information that I have to share. I have my hostess coaching that I'm going to put into a document. So I'll upload that. If not tonight, I will upload that tomorrow. I will upload the party, or the party tracker that I just shared, and then be on the lookout for my mock party. I am going to create that event now, and I'm just going to put all my pre-party posts in there, so that way you can see kind of the bulk of the party starting tomorrow night. So if you have any questions or comments, definitely make sure that you share them in the questions post on the event page. And then I'm going to do a drawing for those of you that tuned in as well. So make sure that you hop onto the event page after that. I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that this helps your parties have some success. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to let me know. All right. Bye, ladies.